Hello, this is Mr. Umi 1974 and welcome to my Blast-Off server setup tutorial. Basically what you want to do is launch your Feed the Beast launcher. Go to the Third Parties tab, click on the Pack Codes button, type in Blast-Off, capital B-L-A-S-T-O-F-F. Click Add. That's going to put Blast-Off at the bottom of your list here. And then what you need to do is click the recommended here. This is going to be what version the server is and what version the game is when you download it. And we're going to download 1.1.13, and I'm going to click Download Server, and it's going to download this. This is going to put this into your downloads folder, wherever that is based on your browser or other things. That would be here. And currently it's unconfirmed. I've got to wait for it to finish to download, which is another 15 seconds. Now I suggest renaming this file so you know what version it is, and it is 1.1.1. Whoops. Blast-Off's server 1.1.13. That's going to put that there, and now you can extract this. You don't have to rename it. I'm just suggesting you rename it for organizational purposes so you know where things are. And I'm going to break away for a minute while this extracts. Okay, now that you have the Blast-Off server folder extracted, you want to double click on it, and there are a couple files that you need to take a look at. If you are on a Unix machine, server start.sh is your launching file. If you are on a Windows machine, server start.bat, or this one here with the little gearbox, because there's a good chance that you won't see the .bat, but it's a Windows batch file. This is the one that you're going to use to launch the server, and then you also have this one, which is the server's property file. And there's a couple things that you're going to want to look at in here. One, you're want to see what your op permission is, and current level is number 4, which is probably, I think it's the, if I remember correctly, it's the highest. The world, this is the name of your world, where it looks for the folder. That should be already created, so you don't have to do anything with that. And server port, if you're behind a router or you're hosting multiple servers on the same computer, you're going to need to know this number here. And this is the default port, the 255565. If it's not the default port, you're going to have to use like a colon after the IP address for the server, and then the number that you change this to get in. Anything else real quick here? Difficulty of 1, if I remember, difficulty of 1 is um, hardcore or hard mode. Let me just check my notes. Oh no, difficulty of 1 is easy. 0 is peaceful, and 3 is hard. 2 is normal. For game mode here, game mode is 0, which is survival. 1 would be creative. And I would recommend personally, if you're able to, enable command block equals false. I would change that to true. The reason I would change that to true is because you can make a relatively easy way to get back to the little base with this. And you'll understand why in just a second. So I'm going to save this. Now, if you are copying this, if you edit this server file, server.properties file, that's actually what it is. If you edit that and then move it to a Linux box, it's not going to like it. So you need to edit it. If you're using Linux, you need to edit it on Linux. And I am using, just so you guys know, I am using Java 1.8 or Java 8, 1.8.025 64-bit edition. That is what I would recommend for this mod pack. You might not be able to run it on different versions. I haven't done any testing like that, but if you're having problems, that would be one of the things that I would look at. The other thing is, I think we are ready to try this out, and I'm going to really quickly here get the Minecraft launched here. So we can take a look at that. I'm going to submit that, and then I'm going to go back over here. And over here I'm going to launch the server and let that run. I'm actually going to let that expand, and hopefully my Feed the Beast here is running in the background. Looks like it. And that's running, and that's just kind of sitting there. So I'm going to wait a few minutes for all this to get going, and then I'll be back when I'm done. In this little command box, and the first thing I want to do is you want to opt someone. You want to give them operator privileges, and how you do that is by typing this command /op and the player's name. So /op, and I think that's a /. And you should see opt and that person's name when it registers. That means they can now issue commands on the server. The other thing that you want to do is probably type /HQM, and don't worry the fact that that stuff came up. Space enabled. You don't have permission to use that command. Did I do that? HQM hardcore quest mod. Okay, I must be typing this wrong because Enable. I am typing it wrong. What am I doing? I'm being dyslexic. Okay, now we got that right. This is going to give your players lives and turn on the quest mod so they can actually use it. Now that I spelled that right. So, another thing that you're probably going to want to do is, but right before you, after all this is done, right before you log in, you're going to want to type /time set 0800, which is 0800, sets the time on the server, and now you can log in. Direct connect. Direct connect or set up a server, and you put the address, the IP address in here with the port if you added a port. If it's all on the same machine, you can use this local host. I'm going to join the server. Pick my sex, my name, my preferences, finish. And I just kind of went through that. I'm also going to change my game mode to 1 for the moment. You'll understand why I did that. You'll understand why I'm doing this in just a second. I am going to give myself a command block, and this is the reason why I had it open. And it's this command here, give /playername, the person that you opt, Minecraft, and this is going to give me, should give me only one command block. Back to the game here, hit the T, and I should be able to do a Control V and just paste that in. So that's going to give me a command block. I'm going to put the command block right here. If you guys are, you also notice I have a book here. I'm going to start this up real quick. If you guys are going to activate the server quest, you need to put cable facades, or give cable facades to those players so they can activate it. And the best way to do this at the moment, because NEI doesn't work, is go into creative mode, go into search, type the bedrock, scroll down, I think it's down at the bottom, and here I think it's this here, and then you can just drag this into here and put it in a chest or whatever, if they want it. But we're not going to do that on this. We are going to take a nice little stone pressure plate and grab one of those. Oh, actually, do we have any other pressure plate? I'm gonna carpenter's pressure weighted. Let's see. Dark pressure plate, silent, hold shift. Well, I don't know about the dark stuff, but just grab a regular stone one. And what I recommend that you do is type slash TP @ player, and then put the coordinates, which were, let's see, can I find them? I've got them on a piece of paper here. I'll be right back till I find them. Okay, I found the coordinates. It's a slash TP @P 87870. You may want to change this later on. 1062. Click done. Throw your pressure plate. Whoops. Hold down shift. Throw your pressure plate on that. And that's basically going to allow any player that walks on that to activate that pressure plate. And I'm going to take a couple torches here, glowstone or something along that. And just place that around the pressure plate so it's easily visible. And probably, let's see if I can find some glowstone. Some standard old glowstone, and I'm going to stick that on that, come up a couple just to make this a little easier. And it looks like we got a tornado coming, and then just step on this and it's going to teleport you to here. You're probably going to want to like change this to, I don't know, trying to remember which one we used. 7878 1060, probably to like 1061 instead of 1062 like I did, so you don't get stuck on this half, so the player doesn't get stuck on that half slab. Or, and this might be even a little bit better, teleport them to the 1061 with a Y of, I can't see it here, I'm going to hit escape so I can move this over, a Y of 64. So they're actually inside the base, so they have a little protection in case it's night or something. So that is pretty much it. If you don't use the command blocks, your command is going to look something like 64. We'll change this really quick and change this to 61. Your command's going to look like this. Teleport Mr. Umi, blah 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 blah, and you're going to need to do that for every player. Okay? And let me see, where is it? Survival. So that should put us right on the base, avoid any problems, and that is pretty much it. So this down here would be the number. And I'll put all that stuff in all these commands in the comments so you have them. I hope this helped you out. And I hope you enjoy playing the mod pack.